Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and we're back again with another horrible idea of how to make currency or farm or anything at all within the PoE. Like Necropolis right now. So it's probably gonna be only for Necropolis because next league is probably like a lot of probably change, especially with the introduction of the change to Katarina and the drop rate of Veil Orb, or even if they're going to make something similar to like to be able to provide another sources of Veil Orb. Like right now, the only way you can get Veil Orb is to run a Syndicate, which is not a problem for me, but seems to be a lot of problem for a lot of people, and I'm okay with it. So, when I was doing Syndicate because I was farming for Veil Orb so that I can make it new character I want to craft, my own gear because I don't want to buy off the market. They're pretty expensive, and if you know how to craft your gear, and you can kind of like cut off a lot of the price. So basically that was the idea. That and then, like, well, I mean, I could make a video about it because people seems to be curious about like how bad it is for Katarina run, and to get a Veil Orb. So I didn't record the whole thing obviously because I just like, okay, we're gonna run 100 maps and then let's see how much I get. But I did have a total 100 and something runs for the Katarina for the whole league that I've been running. And the data was not good. Obviously, the data was not good. I think I was in the unlucky part, but they were not that bad. So we get into the drop. This is pretty much the drop because I've been running like betrayal with harvest. So it's not like that good, but I mean it's serviceable because the harvest I only used one scalp, which is the, let's see here, which is the, what's it, doubling scalp. So basically you just get like 100% more harvest, and then I do crop rotation here if you want to copy my atlas, but don't um I don't think this is good. Like, I'm gonna show you a result because they're not good. They're not good. They're like 15 divines per hour or something like that if you include the Veil Orb price as well. But if you see the loot, you'll know that this is not a good strategy, to my knowledge, right? You're probably looking to around like 15 divines per hour, up to, I don't know, 20 divine per hour if you run a tier 16 map, or 20. You can go up to like 25 divines per hour running tier 16 map. And this is a strategy that to run tier 16 map. It's not the strategy to run, I don't know, like tier 17 map. Like, if you run tier 17 map, you run with something else, then it's good. You can do some kind of like a super juice. You can do back to basics as well. Like, they're all good, right, for tier 17 map. But I'm not, because running tier 17, it's a little bit annoying. You have to roll the map, and that's kind of like, I don't want to do that. So we go into the result. We drop 2 divine orbs and 4 veil orb, and I'm going to show you how many Karina I've running so far. So you probably see it from the tab name. So I ran 18 Karina. I got 4 veil orb. It's a little bit below average, because a lot of people seems to think, or from the data that they've been gathering, like for the whole community, it's sitting around 25% to 30%, and I would more convinced toward 30%. I just been super unlucky with whatever the hell this is, because I have actual data that I keep track, like for every run, as you can see here. I ran 118 Katarina. I dropped 27 Veil Orb. That is not good. But nonetheless, they're not as rare as the helmet. The helmet is the rarest of them all, and they're dog shit. Well, I mean, they're pretty bad. So this is the result, and I don't really care about the eldritch currency here, so I don't really get any of them. I just focusing on like quantity and rarity for the altar, and I pick all the altar before going into the harvest. Some map they didn't spawn any quantity or rarity altar. I don't pick anything. I just go into the harvest and do it. So I try to run as much as possible, killing monsters as much as possible. But most of the time it's gonna be like 50 or more monsters left because I'm not bothering to do them because I only focusing on like betrayal and then doing harvest. So basically, I just ran, killed the boss, and then like back doing all the betrayal that I left behind, and then just do the harvest. So I was running Dune as always because Dunes are great, but now I don't want to do Channel again. Like Channel is the worst map. I should have not done that. So I connected to Toxic Silver instead. So I'm gonna get like a lot of Toxic Silver. I don't know how many I get, but I think I get like more than 100, like more than 100 Dunes map if I have to guess, because like I moved the I moved some of the map like over here. Where is it? Like here. So I drop a lot of Dunes, and I probably can run another one of these. And oh, I got exactly 72 Toxic Silver. That's pretty cool. Uh, because like I didn't feel that it tell me that like, oh, by the way, you have full stats on Toxic Silver. So it's exactly 72 Toxic Silver map. No, please don't ruin my video. Okay, I'm gonna cut it, but it's fine. Okay, we are back. I'm going to D&D, please. Okay, so what are we talking about? Well, I mean, we can go to the sheet here. As you can see, I have run 100 dunes, and so the price of divine, I'm still set it at the 130 because this is when I started. So if anything go up, it should happen, I guess. But I still use exile Orphan, like, oh shit, like 4 of them. I found like I think I found 2 divination card and 2 chaos orb, I think, if I remember correctly. So the amount of chaos here, it's pretty much just came from those exiles. So they are really 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 good. And like doubling intelligence, betrayal. So these 2 are mandatory for our strategy. Harvest doesn't really matter. If you don't want to run it with harvest, you can run it with something else. Like I'm going to run it with essence, I think, but I don't know how good it will be because you are kind of like locked with the intelligence and reinforcement. Because reinforcement will get you more intelligent because you can get multiple of them show up at the same time. You can get some of them their rank up, and then you can just interrogate some of them. So you get insane amount of intelligence per map. So I ran in total of 59 safe houses and 18 Katarina. So basically, in 100 maps, you ran safe house almost more than half of the map you run. So basically, every 2 maps, you're gonna do safe house. That is crazy. That is crazy for the intelligence and reinforcement combo. And also, the last one, you can use anything. If you don't want to use crop rotation, you can use. If you don't want to use this, right? You don't want to use crop rotation. You can actually use another harvest. This one. So I don't know if this is like I don't know the data, but it's probably be okay to run, right? If you want to do like anything without the crop rotation. But I ran with crop rotation because it's much better to focus on some other thing. And then out and roll map, this is pretty much just the same, 250 chaos I think, in total. But probably less than this, but I just like over exaggerate the price because like who gives a shit, right? Just to inflate the cost a little bit, but you probably don't you don't need to spend this much in terms of like rolling your map if you have a good character that can run a lot of mods. Giselle 400, and then we go to the results with and without real chaos orb. whale orb. You know, I'm still using the whale chaos orb thing, which is whatever. So this is the one that I'm going to sell. So basically the one that I think it's really, really easy to liquidate. It's going to be the one that I am putting in here, right? Screaming Invitation. This is pretty easy to sell. 4 of them. So it's 2.77 divine fortresses map, like fortress map. So this is pretty easy to sell. Again, like this is like 10% chance, pretty much like the last time, you know, it's about 10% chance. So I think this is not like, I think the data is probably not going away from this, but every 100 map, you're probably gonna get a 10 maps of, you know, tier 17. So they're not that rare, but I don't think this one does anything except, you know, it's going to give you a lot more tier 16 maps, because last time that I do, you know, the coffin run, you know, the last one, and that was like the average, you know, like the exarch one as well. So they're not really like increasing any chance of getting maps or something. I did get the same, I think I get the same. Wait, I didn't record it. Well, it's fine. But I think I get like the same amount of fortress map, maybe like 14 or something. I don't remember. I need to go watch the video, but it's fine. It's about 10%. So I don't know if this does anything for the +1 tier. If I were to do this again, I probably gonna do a 50% increase chance to drop map more than a +1 tier, because I don't think this one does anything. So that's my takeaway from the fortress map, from the tier 17 map drop. And this thing, you know, gonna sell. It's pretty fast as well. Sell pretty fast as well. Sacred Blossom, this one is going to sell pretty fast, but I'm probably gonna run them. I'm probably not gonna sell any of this because I ran this in my mind that I'm going to farm for the crafting material because I don't want to go trade. So this is pretty much just how I get, you know, like 29 divines for the yellow juice, the blue juice, it's 8 divines, and then the purple juice is the cheapest one because I don't really get that much. So this one is profit, you know, total of 52 divines. You know, this is like, you know, minus the cost already, but the time spent, it's 400 minutes. That's insane. Right? Without the veil orb means that without doing any betrayal. But why would you do that? Because you use the, but you know, in case someone want to just run, you know, harvest doubling without any investment, without any other things like in their map, then the divine per hour is going to be about like 10 divine per hour, and the divine per map it's going to be about 0.5. So they're not that amazing, they're not that crazy with this strategy that I ran. And I don't even know if I min-max the crop rotation, but I just do it, you know, the way I want to do it. Like sometimes I want to get the boss, sometimes I want to get the most amount of yellow juice. And the time that I want to get the boss, then I kind of like sacrifice some of the yellow juice because like, okay, there's more chance to get the boss here and there. But you know, it's fine. And then with whale orb, it's kind of okay to run. It's about 15 divines per hour, and it's about 1 divine per map. So, but the divine per hour is going to get screwed because you're doing harvest is going to take 3 minutes per map already, and then you're doing syndicate, which is taking 2 hours here. So like divine per hour with this strategy, it's going to get fucked. But divine per map, it's definitely okay, right? You get like about 1 divine per map, like in total. But per map means that you use the dune maps. If you count a person, it's gonna be worse because you actually run safe house and the mastermind safe house, right? So this, you know, you plus you add it in, it's gonna be like 0.6 or something, or 0.7. I don't even know. Like the number probably go down quite significant if you add those zone, you know, number of zone inside this. But this is just basically per map, means you use the map on the, you know, map device, right? So it's 100 maps. And then this is based on PoExchange, which I don't think I will ever sell at this price. So this is basically like sell everything. I'm going to show you. So this is basically like sell everything, right? Sell everything. 112 divines. I'm probably not going to sell everything because there's something in here that it's like, you're not going to sell the magnets. You're not going to sell fucking, I don't know, like Like, I'm not gonna sell all of them. I'm not gonna sell any of them because they're annoying to sell. Valdo, I'm gonna gamble. I'm not gonna sell. Might as well just do it right now. Boom. They dog shit. It's fine. That's fine. Go on. Right? So basically, if you're not a dumbass, then you're gonna make some currency off of this strategy. But mostly, I want to farm for the like habit juice and veil orb. So, but in total, I can show you in total of everything. So this is a cat run. So it ran in total of 118. You get 6 helmet. That is insane. It's about 5%, right? It's about 5% chance to get a helmet. So it's about 50% chance to get a flask. It's about 20% chance to get staff, and maybe 10% for body armor, and about like 15% for shield. Like the numbers kind of like fluctuate a little bit because I don't get enough data, and the veil orb is actually 23% now, but I think it's gonna be 30%. But I'm just on the unlucky part here. I think it's 30%. I might be wrong. But I think it's 30%. And this is just basically the change, after the change. This I basically start running the syndicate after the change. So pretty much on an unlucky side here. I don't think it's 20%. I'm pretty skeptical about 20%, but I also don't want it to be 30% because I'm gonna be on the unlucky side of thing, and I don't like that, right? Okay, so that's pretty much for the strategy. I'm gonna try to do something with the gear, and then crap some gear and buy some stuff. And next video, I don't know, like I'm probably gonna find something to do with the betrayal still, because I want to get more real because I don't think this is enough. Like I have 11 total, right? I don't think it's enough. So is it void? Is this void? No, it's not void, right? But it's a fucking pillar of the caged god. Who the fuck did that? It's so stupid. Well, I mean, it is what it is, and that's it. That's the whole video. This like a long minute for this strategy. You shouldn't do it, but if you enjoy running syndicate, then you should. You could. This is the stuff that I got from syndicate, as you can see here. If you count them in, I don't know, like I'm kind of like get unlucky with the Paradoxica unveil. I tried to get crit and chaos pen. They didn't land, so they're kind of bad. And then I don't know, man. Like these things are, I mean, they probably get some good shit off of it, but no, not much. But that's pretty much it. And I'm probably the next video, I don't know if I'm gonna still playing this character. I'm probably gonna make new character. I hope they have enough currency to just blast new character, but I don't know. I'm trying to pop it and it's not looking good. But that's it, guys. Hope you still enjoy the league, and hope this is something that you take into consideration if you want to run any betrayal. Just you need to run them because they're too expensive. Like the veil orb is too expensive. You have to run them, otherwise the market will literally explode. Right? It will literally explode. I don't buy any veil orb anymore because they're retarded like price. So I just run them, just farm them. That's it. Bye.